We were halfway to the foundation banquet when her phone buzzed in her clutch, soft enough that she pretended not to hear it, loud enough that I did. Her hand rested lightly on my arm, the image of a loyal spouse, until the glow of the screen slipped through the fabric. One word. Tonight. And the way she froze, just for a heartbeat, before forcing a smile across her face told me everything she hoped I never found out. I didn't react. Didn't ask. I only watched her reflection in the window, the slight tremble in her lips, the blink that lasted a touch too long, as though bracing herself for the lie she'd soon have to deliver. Inside the ballroom, the guests shimmered under the chandeliers, drifting through champagne and laughter like weightless figures. She hurried ahead of me, scanning faces with a kind of hunger she didn't try to hide. Then he appeared. Tall, relaxed, wearing confidence like a tailored suit. And the smirk, the kind that suggested he'd already decided the world belonged to him. He walked straight toward her, and then toward me, amused, bold, eager to be seen. A hush settled over the room as though the air itself leaned in. He extended a hand, not for a greeting but to graze her waist. Familiar, intimate. "So, Lena," he said loudly enough for the nearest tables to hear, "did you tell your pathetic husband you'll be at my place tonight?" Then he glanced at me, head tilted, smile sharp. "And you, man, don't worry. I'll make sure my assistant keeps you entertained." A ripple of nervous laughter flickered and died. Even the music seemed to shrink. Lena stared at the floor, guilt climbing her neck like rising heat. People always imagine betrayal as sudden, violent. But no, it spreads slowly, quietly, until every strange moment starts making perfect sense. Her late-night meetings, her cold lips, her sudden love for overnight business trips. But I didn't speak, didn't blink. I just stepped close enough that he could sense the quiet in me, the kind that unsettles men who expect shouting. He touched my cheek like I was something to mock. That was the last thread holding everything together. He thought it was dominance. He didn't realize it was permission. Seconds later, he was on the ground, moaning, blood bright against the polished floor. Gasps erupted. Lena rushed to him, but I looked only at her. Not with rage, but with the clarity of someone who has finally confirmed the truth. Because I hadn't come to the gala to lose control. I came to finish what I already knew. The days before had been a soft, calm investigation. Her phone always faced downward. Notifications mysteriously silent. A hint of cologne on her blouse that wasn't mine. A name murmured in her sleep with a tenderness she'd once given me. Instead of accusing, I collected. Bank statements, hotel receipts, a late-night recording of her whispering, soon. I'll tell him soon. A photograph from a private investigator. Her hand intertwined with Aiden's outside the restaurant where she claimed she'd been with her sister. I printed everything, bound it cleanly, placed it in my drawer like a loaded weapon. And I waited. After the gala chaos, she ran after me into the parking lot. "Evan, please. We need to talk." I handed her the folder. No emotion, just the truth. She flipped through it slowly. Her hands shook harder with each page. Dates, transfers, photos, messages. Her voice wavered. How long have you known?" "Long enough." She shrank before me, cornered by the truth she had hoped to outrun. Publicly, Aiden had tried to humiliate me. But privately, she had already done worse. Tears streaked down her face. I felt none of it. No sadness. No sympathy. Only the final confirmation of what I already understood. "I can explain," she whispered. "No," I said. "You can admit." She recoiled at that. I stepped closer, not to comfort her, but to end this illusion with honesty. "I didn't hit him because he touched you," I said quietly. "I hit him because he thought I didn't already know." Her eyes widened. The realization finally arrived. "You planned all of this. Every moment." She staggered back as I handed her the last document. My attorney's finalized divorce filing. Asset division. Evidence of the money she'd funneled to Aiden. She covered her mouth. "Evan, please. Not like this. But I wasn't there for theatrics. Only truth. You didn't just betray me, I said. You misjudged me. And that shattered her more deeply than anything else. She collapsed on the curb, crying uncontrollably, the same woman who once promised forever. I watched her with absolute stillness. Not triumphant. Not bitter. Just finished. I turned away. She reached for my hand. I didn't offer it. Some endings don't need shouting. They need only clarity. I was done. As I walked away, something lifted. Not victory, not relief, but understanding. Betrayal doesn't destroy you. It uncovers you. And tonight, it uncovered exactly who I needed to become. Someone she could never fool again. I didn't lose her to another man. I left her to herself. And that was punishment enough.